Welcome back, welcome back. We're holding almost by Shavuos. We're getting ready for Matan Torah, the anniversary of the biggest wedding in the history of the Bnei Yisrael and the Torah. And it's very apropos that we're having this conversation in front of the coffee maker, because we're going to be talking about sleeping, waking up and oversleeping. You know, everybody is very familiar with the famous medrash that says how the night before Matan Torah, the Bnei Yisrael went to sleep and they overslept in the morning because Baruch Hu had to wake them up. And that's how we stay up the night of Shavuos to rectify, to have a tikkun for that mistake that the Bnei Yisrael made. The question is, how on earth did the Bnei Yisrael oversleep by Matan Torah? How is that possible? How is it possible? They just spent the whole Sphira, 49 days, counting up. They're so excited. They're at Mitzrayim. They're counting up to this day that they're finally going to get the Torah. And what happens? They oversleep. How is that possible? And I remember when I was in yeshiva, what every Rebbe used to tell us, if anybody ever slept through Shacharis, every Rebbe used to say, you know, if you had a flight in the morning, if you had something that was important to you, you wouldn't oversleep. So why do you sleep through Shacharis? And you always had that one guy, yeah, I once slept through a flight. I missed a flight. Okay, but as a general rule, if something's important to you, you're not going to oversleep. So how did the Bnei Yisrael oversleep? How did they go to sleep before Matan Torah? How is it possible? So I've heard, I think it's from the Alter Rebbe in Chabad. It's for sure from Chabad. I don't remember for sure it's from the Alter Rebbe or not. But he explains, he says that this wasn't an ordinary sleep. He says it's just like there's tzaddikim, that they could only learn certain things from the Torah. They could only have a certain gilui when they go to sleep and the neshama ascends all the way up to Shemayim. That's what the Bnei Yisrael were trying to do over here. They were going to sleep so the neshamas could ascend all the way up to Shemayim so they could get a certain gilui. They could get a certain aspect of the Torah that they would not be able to get while they're wide awake and grounded and sleeping in this world. It's a nice shot, but it's interesting because the Medrash makes it seem like it's very supernatural that the Bnei Yisrael all slept. I mean, first of all, think about it. The fact that every single Yid overslept, that in itself is unbelievable. But not only that, the Medrash, and this Medrash, if anybody wants to look it up, is in Shir HaShirim, in the first paragraph, Shir HaShirim Rabbah, the Medrash Rabbah and Shir HaShirim. But the Medrash tells us that the Bnei Yisrael all overslept, and that not even a fly, not even a mosquito bothered them that night. What's the Medrash telling us that not even a mosquito bothered them that night? The Medrash is telling us that Hashem, B'davka, did something not to disturb their sleep. Why? Why? And also, it wasn't just the mosquitoes. Think about how many Yidden there were. Now, one person's kid woke up. Nobody woke up early. I know if my kids were there, they would have woken me up, right? This wasn't a natural thing, the fact that the Yidden overslept. This was not a natural thing. So what's the reason for it? Why did HaKadosh Baruch Hu even cause it to happen that the Yidden should oversleep the night before Matan Torah? So I heard an amazing idea from Ramayla Biederman. Ramayla Biederman said that what happens? The Yidden just spent the whole Sphira, the past 49 days, 50 days, counting up to when are they finally going to get the Torah. And every day they're perfecting themselves, they're taking something on, they're doing something to prepare themselves for Matan Torah. It's possible for somebody to think to themselves that in order for me to be able to learn Torah, I need to be holding in a certain place. I need to be holding at a certain level. But if I'm not holding there, you know, maybe I'm not supposed to be learning Torah. Maybe the Torah is not for me. Maybe I have to make certain achanas. The Yidden, had they woken up bright and early that morning, had they stayed up the whole night, they would have went to the mikvah before we see the Torah. They would have had the proper achanas and kavanas, so they would have gotten ready. Instead, what happens? The Kodesh Baruch Hu wakes them up. They're in disarray. There's thunder. There's lightning. They go running to Tarsiyah to get the Torah. What's the Kodesh Baruch Hu telling us? Says Ramayla Biederman that you don't need any preparation. Come as you are. Come as you are. The Torah is for you. The Torah is for every single Yid, no matter what you've just been doing, no matter where you're holding. You could come and learn. That's the message Ramayla Biederman is telling us, comes from the fact that the Bnei Yisrael overslept the night before Mitzrayim. Let's try to live a little higher. Let's realize that now, us, Shavuos, the whole year, doesn't matter if we've been learning until now, if we haven't been learning until now, where we're holding, what we've been doing. Every single one of us has a chelik in the Torah. Every single one of us has a part of the Torah. And every single one of us, no matter who we are, no matter where we are, we could learn. And we have to learn, and we have to try to learn. And we don't have to tell ourselves that we're going to learn when we're doing this, when we're holding here, when we're holding there, when we can prepare ourselves properly, whatever it is. No, right now, each one of us on our level should try to do whatever it is that we could do.